I do want to touch on OnlyFans though.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
I don't know how we keep coming back to the subject, but it's you. I know it's you. It's definitely not me. So Dan, please share with us your story or your plan of events that are about to unfold.
Well, I was looking for another way of generating an income. You were trying TikTok, hashtagging it up and seeing how that was going to go.
That only tried it for 2 days. It was all right, but back to your OnlyFans.
It's hardly a trial period at 2 days. Oh, it doesn't work for me.
Oh no, it wasn't even that. It's just I got
Time.
busy.
Yeah. I know. But it'd be interesting to see how that develops because I know the views on your videos have been quite good actually. So
surprisingly, yeah,
fast. Yeah, really.
It's
impressed.
weird.
But so my logic was TikTok can be quite time consuming, which you've just proved it. You need to commit. You need to get all your videos and
for what I was doing anyway. I was trying to find stuff throughout my vlogs. See, I wanted to figure out content that I could actually make rather than just recycling content as well. Mm-hmm. So that's why I kind of stopped because I'm like, fuck, what else can I offer where I can just record it on the spot? But you really have to think of stuff. You have to watch a lot of TikTok videos as well, which I don't have time to do.
Yeah, so it's quite it's a commitment, isn't it? It's like
I'm not fully committed to it, is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of felt the same with OnlyFans because I tried it for a week and I was like, okay, before I set out, what do I need to do? How am I going to do it? And sort of work it out. The thing with OnlyFans is you can announce it on YouTube and talk about it on YouTube. But just for those who don't know, OnlyFans is another platform where you can share photos and videos for a monetary or free. You can do it free as well. Gain basically, so people can subscribe to your channel and pay a set amount, like Patreon, to see content. But OnlyFans is renowned for people who are using it for selling nudes, saucy videos. Adult content, yeah.
The thing is, OnlyFans didn't start out that way.
No.
It never started out as adult content. It was just
I only
content.
knew about OnlyFans because of that.
Because of that, yeah, that's how it blew up.
Yeah.
Because all these thoughts came on the scene and took over the platform.
Yeah, but there's a lot of because of just from what I've read, the porn industry doesn't make a lot of money now because there's so much free porn out there, basically, and so a lot of
hallelujah.
Yeah, so a lot of porn stars are using the platform as another way of generating money. So of course their profiles are booming. But it's also paved the way for a lot of people who want to get into the industry, or maybe not so much the porn industry, but the adult. So I don't know. It's just the more adult side of things like modeling and stuff as well. So it's just a way for them to make more content.
It's so common now, though. I feel like every 1 in 10 girls have an OnlyFans. Is people just want to make money.
It's hugely saturated. This is what I found out. So that aside. So I wanted, if I was going to do OnlyFans and produce adult content of myself, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be anonymous because I didn't want people seeing my face and linking it back to me.
But the downside to that is where you're going to get your audience from.
Exactly. So you start from scratch. So I couldn't rely on my YouTube subscribers to say, hey guys, look, I have an OnlyFans account. It'd be great if you could subscribe, check out my content.
I don't think it's possible to start from scratch like that. You have to build off of some sort of platform that you've already got, some sort of following.
Yes. Instagram and Snapchat, I believe, can disable or delete your account if you link back to OnlyFans, so you can't use those either. That's
why most people use Linktree.
Okay. Twitter was the one that I found.
Twitter, you can post anything on there.
Twitter,
nothing is off limits on Twitter. You can post anything, literally anything.
This is where it gets too tricky, right? So there's a few hashtags that I was recommended, which linked to specific OnlyFans profiles. I followed maybe 4 or 5 different OnlyFans profiles, Well, that's annoying. It's not even my phone. Should I just carry on?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay. So I followed like 4 or 5 different OnlyFans profiles, and as you can imagine, there are thousands of people who also follow these accounts. Those accounts, as in the OnlyFans accounts, they post probably every 5 minutes, something like that. It's really, really regular. And they say something like, you know, post your OnlyFans account below, blah, blah, whatever. So you can imagine on every post they make, there's a thread of everyone trying to promote themselves. And obviously, the sooner you see their post hit, you're more likely to click on it because you're near the top. So as soon as OnlyFans post, you're there putting your responses in across multiple OnlyFans accounts, doing the same shit. So you can imagine already you've got like, I'm following 5 or 6 accounts, whatever it was. They're posting.
It's under a new account.
It's a new account.
I was going to say, that's probably the best way to do it, actually, now that you're mentioning it.
Yeah.
Upload certain photos of yourself to Twitter to promote yourself like that.
That's another story which I'll come back to.
Make sure it's not connected or get back to anyone on any other social platform that you have.
Yes.
If you want to do it anonymous.
It's already difficult to be a guy on OnlyFans. It's difficult to be a guy who's anonymous. And then when you go on these hashtags, bearing in mind this is 5 channels or whatever, it's five profiles that I'm following. The amount of people who plaster their things under every new comment that the OnlyFans account, or one of the, it's not like an official OnlyFans account, but like OnlyFans, I don't know, just profiles that have a lot of good following, you know. It's just a minefield, and it's just people posting pictures of tits and minge and penises and arses, right. And just some people have like these beautiful, like glamorous, as you could expect, like very nice pictures, and some people are just like using a phone camera that's come off like an old camera, grainy, dark, very unflattering, very varied in the kinds of bodies that you see. We're talking like lumpy and bumpy and tall and short and, you know, every sort of body type on there. So you you just get lost. It's just mad. And after a week of it, I still had 0 followers. No one gets in touch. And by 0 followers, I mean on OnlyFans. I had about 6, 7 followers on Twitter itself, which is kind of cool. But it's just, I gave up. I was like, it's so relentless.
Wait, just wait 1 second. Did you ask yourself who your audience probably would appeal to the most? Your content. I know who you would want it to appeal to, but in reality, who your main audience should be, if this is your only motivation.
Are we talking Philippines? Are we talking? No, I was going to say that doesn't make any sense. Because if it's meant to be like,
well, this is how I look at it. If I was you, and I was doing the same thing, I would want my target audience, preferably, to be females. Yes.
You're saying the gay industry is going to be earning more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would probably be your best bet. And you'd probably have to, if you just want the money, then you have to target those people.
Reddit is good for those kinds of groups because there's a lot of communities based on the gay community on Reddit that for OnlyFans for this exact purpose.
At the same time, you also have to go back to your morals. Is that in line with your morals?
Look, as long as I'm not having a dick up my ass or I haven't got to show anything too weird, it's only a photo, right? A photo's a photo. It doesn't matter if a guy's enjoying it.
That's great.
Or a girl.
If that's good for you, then yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care. I have limits, but this is the thing. So,
see, that's where it kind of ends for me personally.
You're not actually having anything done to you.
I know,
So
but it's just the idea that it's more what it's doing to me up here, knowing that I'm putting this out there for this person, for this. Like, it just doesn't align with me. It doesn't mean it's not right for someone else to do it. I'm just saying for me.
I can easily make that separation. For me, I'm just creating content. If someone wants to pay for it, it doesn't matter if it's...
See, I find it very hard for me to separate myself from making content.
The trick is, though,
fucking content
that
I make.
Creating the content. So
yes.
I legit set up a whole photo shoot deliberately in a way that was arty, in a sense of very nice lighting, like it was all sort of black and white, moody, it's good lighting. I impressed myself. But I also had to make the background neutral enough that if someone looked in the background, they don't go, oh, it's done. They couldn't identify me just by anything on. I even photoshopped out my tattoo. Is how much I was like literally covering up. But the photos that I took, I did a lot of shirtless ones, a lot with my jeans undone, sort of open but not revealing. So it's all kind of like saucy photos, which I wouldn't mind sharing with anybody. They're kind of like the kind of sexy ones, the public sexy ones. Yeah. They were the ones I was using on Twitter, but yeah, I got nothing back really. Oh no, I tell a lie. Oh my God, another story and a half. I even off on a bit of a tangent with this as well. So there was these people who seek you out, sugar daddies
recruiters
and sugar mamas.
Oh,
and I had some messages from this one guy. He was probably in his 50s, I think, and he was talking all sweet to me.
Wow.
And he was willing to pay, what was it now? Something like, I think it was like £1,000 or £1,500 a week as like a living, for living. And then I think it was something like 3 or 4 grand in a lump sum at the end, or some. I can't quite remember what he's saying now.
To do what?
Well, I can't say for everyone, but for this guy in particular, I was thinking pictures, video. He'd want like 24/7 care kind of shit. But actually, he didn't want that. All he wanted was conversation, because he was a lonely old man. He just wanted company, and I was like,
"That's just sad, though. That's like even more sad when people want that, because they have to resort to these sorts of measures just to get conversation."
Yeah, but this is the very fine. This is where you got to be very careful, because it was through OnlyFans, and you can imagine the women on there, particularly, but thousands of people are posting photos and trying to get followers and all that kind of stuff. And people like him are scouring these threads, looking for somebody to scam, because it got to the point where I had to send him he wouldn't do it through OnlyFans. He wouldn't pay through OnlyFans. So instantly you go, okay,
that's a red flag.
Yeah. But I thought, as long as he can't identify anything of mine, I'll see how far I can push it.
The thing is, when you're paying through the platform, you automatically get their details. You know exactly who they are, because it's right through their bank, and you get their full details. That's probably why he didn't want to do that as well.
Maybe.
Because that's the only way you can pay. Don't ask me how I know this. But you can't use PayPal. Can't use any of that shit. It's straight transfer.
He wanted me to send me my PayPal details so he could send me a direct wire to my account. And I was like, Googling, is there a way he can find out who I am through my PayPal account, basically? And I can't remember. This is going back a month or so ago now, so I can't quite remember. But what I did, I created a new email account, a new PayPal account, and linked the two together. And I don't think I linked a bank account at that point. So it's very much a case of I changed my name. I had an alias that I use as my name for this OnlyFans account. The thing is, you can transfer it into your PayPal, transfer that PayPal into your other PayPal to your bank. Exactly. Yes. That's what I was going to do. So I gave him my PayPal details, and he sent me a screenshot of the money being set up. So it was like, this amount to this account, pay now sort of thing. Or something like that. But before he could submit it, I had to buy like a G. What was it?
GPay?
Something like that, yeah. And I was like, what is
Why?
that?
Why would you have to do that?
I googled it, and it's like an iTunes voucher type thing, but it's like a Google account. It's like a Google voucher thing, and I was like,
why would you have to
£50.
pay? Why would you have to pay when he's the one that's supposed to be paying?
Yeah, he was insisting that I buy that, and I was like, I'm not buying that.
For what?
Even if he did,
For what?
even if it was genuine, and he did send me like the £1.5 grand, that £50 would be worth still spending. But I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
What was the reason for you buying it? Was it to give it to him or buying it for yourself? I don't understand.
I think it was to give to him. I think I had to buy the
scam.
I buy the voucher thingy, and then I had to give him the code for that.
That's a scam.
I know.
He's giving you, but yeah. What is he up to?
I felt so used.
Yeah, that's fucking. What a dickhead.
But then, interestingly, on another thread, another post of mine, a day or so later, some guy was again wanting the same sort of thing. Not in terms of that was through direct messaging, by the way, but in terms of the public chat, he was asking. He wanted to be my sugar daddy, blah blah blah. But the guy's name was a slight variant. It's like maybe a different capital here or something, but it's the same name, same person, same photo. Well, different photo, same guy, using a different account. I'm thinking, how many accounts does he have, and how many people does he try and scam?
Yeah, because the whole, even this whole concept of trying to scam makes no sense. Why would you buy him something when he's the one wanting something from you? If he wanted the fucking whatever it is, he just buy it himself. Like, it's not even a clever scam.
If you think about all the people who are gullible or stupid enough to do that, that's like £50 per person, and he hasn't got to do anything.
Yeah, well, you really have to filter out the idiots that would actually do something like that.
Well, yeah,
which probably quite a few out there, especially on OnlyFans.
So many girls, particularly, who are putting themselves out there for whatever reason, money, fame, both, and they'll do anything to get followers, especially if they think they're going to get a sugar daddy who can look after them for like £2,000 or whatever it is a month, a week or something. It's mad. But then I started thinking, because of that happened, I was like, okay, well, how many sugar daddies or sugar mamas are there? I didn't know there was a sugar mama, to be honest. I was like, there's got to be something like that. I googled it and I was like, okay, there was a term, sugar mama. So I searched the hashtags for it, and I've picked up a few women looking to supply or looking to pay for that kind of thing.
Oh wow!
So I chat to a few people, and it eventually went down the same route.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a lot of scammers out there.
Well, see, now you're back to square one. You have to build up your second audience from scratch, or you use your current audience to an extent.
Yeah, but
so anyway.
If you build up from scratch, it's so relentless. Like I say, just the 5 accounts that I follow on Twitter, it's just, you're there on just the one channel, refreshing your page, and you're seeing a new post, a new tweet, and you're there with your details. Follow me, blah blah blah. Trying to entice them as to why they should follow you. Maybe upload a photo, and then you're just doing that for every time there's a new post across multi channels. It's just like, and to not get anything. It's demeaning. It's wasting my time. It's just
disheartening.
It's hard. It's really hard. And like you said earlier, so many people now, it's just so saturated.
And the thing is, it's easier for females because if you look a certain way, certain age, piece of piss.
Exactly. It's a lot easier.
They can use their current, like Instagram, all that. So it's a lot easier for them.
I followed this one girl who looked very easy on the eye, and she had this game, like a spin the wheel thing. It's all like pre-programmed stuff. So you pay a fee. I think it was like $5 or something. I thought, just for a laugh, And on this wheel, it says things like, solo masturbation video, a blowjob video, naked pictures, several nudes, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, it's all computer generated, so that she presses the button, she'll record a screen so you can see her doing it. And then she presses the button, and the wheel goes round and around, and it lands on something. And I got a blowjob video, and I was thinking, how is this going to work then? So I think it was like I don't know, later that same evening, the video came through, and I was like, oh God, here we go. I swear to God, it was the most horriblest thing I've ever seen.
What was wrong, Dan?
Well, all of her photos look so nice. She looks so pretty, and the video looked like a completely different person. I mean, it was the same person, but you've
Was
seen
the lighting off?
The lighting was off. It looked like it was
bit like, grainy, the video.
You know how like some photos, it was all like nice and warm and a lovely lighting and soft. It was all like harsh lighting. It was quite cold looking. It was grainy. She was not wearing any makeup, and she was spotty. Which, you know, normal.
How long was the video? Surely at least
30 seconds or something.
30 seconds.
Something like that. Yeah, it wasn't particularly long. I don't think it was particularly long. But it was her boyfriend, I presume, who was the guy. So all you're seeing is like as if he was filming her looking down. So you're seeing that whole thing. But you know those particular porn stars who go like proper over the top with noise and like, oh, it's so unattractive. I looked at it and I was like, fuck it, that's horrible. I'm not going to get my money back for it.
Sorry this happened to you, mate.
So yeah, my week of using OnlyFans, if I had to give advice, I'd say don't bother. Just get yourself a real job. It's
like
honestly,
YouTube. Hey.
Yeah, exactly. What a waste of time that was. And I've got some nice photos out of it though.
Yeah.
If I can find another way to repurpose the photos for my socials, I wouldn't mind sharing them because they're quite not. I mean, apart from them not including my head, they're quite nice photos, I think.
I mean, I suppose if you were to, God forbid, end up on my side of life, the single side, you've got some new dating profile photos, Dan.
I'd put my head in everything there. I did take some full nudes.
Well, that can be for your more in-depth discussions with certain people on those applications.
Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, they never saw the light of day. The more saucier, kind of teasy, arty ones, they're around on the internet somewhere. But the nude ones, they have not. The lighting's good though. Okay, well, thank you for watching and listening to this podcast. I know we've gone into a lot of detail, probably more than you ever thought you'd want to get into. But it's been an interesting discussion. I've enjoyed it. Shay, thanks for spending your evening with me talking about all this kind of crap as well.
Always a pleasure. Always here if you need a shoulder to lean on.
Yeah. And just banter, good old banter. And thank you guys for listening. We've really enjoyed having you here. So if you want if you've got any ideas for some future subjects for the podcast, do let us know in the comments below. And we'll see you in the next one.